everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and today I just want to go over a little bit of toy news that's come out in regard to Transformers. But first of all, as always, I do have a Facebook page, Gojira Prime, where I do post images of the figures in my collection, links to any videos I do, and anything else I find of interest. So if you do have the time, do please find the page, hit the like, hit subscribe, and do please feel free to comment on anything I do post. So the first bit of news is in regard to a figure we knew was coming out fairly soon, and that's the Transformers Studio Series 86 Megatron. And we have, coming here via Weibo, user Nordfab has a very nice gallery of the figure in hand. So we're just going to run through some of these images. First off, we've got the figure in its box with the Studio Series Optimus Prime next to it, and a very nice picture of the figure in question here. Now, I have to admit, I really do like the look of this figure. It ticks all my nostalgia boxes for G1 Megatron. I haven't picked up the SS86 Optimus Prime as of yet. It is a figure I would like to get my hands on, and if I am able to get him at TF Nation this year, I think I probably will get him. Failing that, I think a few places do have pre-orders for a second run that's coming out in August, September time. But look-wise, I have no complaints about this figure in any way, shape, or form. It ticks all my nostalgia boxes. It looks very, very accurate, excuse me, in regard to G1 Megatron. So robot-wise, I have no complaints about this. However, it's got great articulation, nice accessories, looks really, really good. It really, really does. But it does have one minor problem. He does not turn into the Walther pistol. He turns into this tank. And I have to admit, this tank mode is bloody awful. It really is horrendous. It's worse than the Kingdom Siege version of the character. I just don't like this tank mode one bit. I think it's absolutely hideous, and I just don't. I know why they don't do Megatron as a handheld gun anymore, but they could have done a much better job with this tank mode. They really could have. So if I do get this figure, it will be staying permanently in robot mode. And you've got a nice image of him there with the SS86 Optimus Prime. He is taller than Prime by just a smidgen. That's not a problem for me. But like I said, I didn't get the SS86 Prime. Hopefully I can get him this year at TF Nation. Fingers crossed. If I do get him, I am going to get the SS86 Megatron, I think. Now, I think this is probably classed as a leader class figure, so we're probably looking at about £55 for this, which is okay. But like I say, if I get him, he's never going into tank mode. He's just purely going to be in robot mode. But again, a very nice figure. I love how it looks. I have seen some people complain about the different color of the legs here, but if I'm honest, that really doesn't bother me much. I actually think it looks quite good with the contrasting greys. But yeah, I like the look of this figure quite a lot. It looks great next to the 86 Prime. I just have to get my hands on the 86 Prime now, and hopefully I can do that. The second bit of news, also on TFW 2005, is this. Via TWJ's JT Prime 17, we now have the identity of this year's PulseCon exclusive Commander Armada. Try saying that 3 times fast. Commander Armada Nemises Prime with the Vorpal Saber. So basically, this is going to be a black and grey version of the Transformers Armada Optimus Prime we got not too recently. So this is going to be a command class figure, basically costing you about £100. One interesting point to note here, it is also noted that the Vorpal Saber is made up of 3 Minicons rather than just being a non-transforming accessory, and that it's unknown how the normal Star Saber deco will eventually be released. I have to admit, I have no interest in getting this figure in any way, shape, or form. The Nemesis version of Armada Optimus Prime, I think, only appeared in one episode. Uh, and quite frankly, I don't really want to spend 90 quid on a black and grey repaint of Armada Optimus Prime. Um, I'm sure the figure is going to look absolutely fantastic in those colors, don't get me wrong. But it's just not something I have any interest in getting, so I'll be saving a bit of money on that one. And then finally, I think I mentioned this in a video not too long ago. A new line of Beast Wars Funko Pops is coming out. And the 4 characters they're doing in the initial run are Black Arachnia, Megatron, Optimus Primal, and Rhinox. I have no problem with Funkos, I really don't, as long as it's a line that I'm particularly interested in getting. And I think, like I said before, I only am interested in getting certain Turtles ones, Masters of the Universe ones, a few Godzilla ones from the 70th anniversary line, and a few My Hero Academia ones. Transformers Funkos, I'm not really bothered about, but they look alright for Funko Pops. That's about all I can really say about them. I'm sure there are plenty of Transformers fans out there who will get these, but I'm just not one of them. So let me know in the comments section, is any of this of interest to you? Are you interested in these 4 Funko Pops? Are you looking to get the pulsecon exclusive Commander Nemises Prime Armada figure? And will you be getting the Studio 86 Megatron figure? Please let me know in the comments section. Hit like, hit subscribe, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video.